Yes, it's feeding time. I am here with Claudia Marie and her daughter Jessica Ruth, who are the nurses, doctors, caregivers, lovers in charge of the Long Beach Little Paws Project. This is Jessica, and this is her mom, Claudia. And Claudia, this is absolutely wonderful. This project was, as is written, an effort between Your Little Lion Foundation and Helen Sanders Cat Paws, and a partnership with the Long Beach Animal Care Services. Can you show us around your clinic? Your clinic. Yeah,
our nursery.
Your nursery.
So this table right here is where we would do an intake. We would assess the kittens as they come in, take our intake notes, do our weights. We have scales over here, just to see the health of the kitten.
And
this is Emily. Emily came from the Long Beach shelter, and she has a broken leg. But she's a tough little girl, as you can see.
She sure is. She has a lot to say about that leg.
She does.
Oh, look at
It's probably more about dinner than the leg.
And here's the scale where you weigh the little guys.
So the smaller they are, the more often we're going to weigh them. If they're neonates, bottle fed, we're going to weigh them every feeding. As they get a little bigger and are eating on their own, it would be once a day.
Sounds good. And these people are
these little ones right here, just some nursery residents. So they'll be moving out soon. I think within the next couple days. They're fixed and ready to go.
Where will they go?
So 2 of them I think are already adopted.
All of them are.
Okay.
2 different
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jessica.
Yeah.
This is terrific.
So Miles and Melody are being adopted together. And then Moses will have another kitty friend.
So these guys actually were born to a mom who came from the Long Beach shelter. One of our earlier polls, like in January before we officially opened. January, February. But yeah, mom got adopted, one of their siblings got adopted, and now all 3 of them are ready to go.
They're wonderful. And this little Lego thing?
So this was donated by Pet Food Express. This is an awesome little play area that we're going to build for the kittens. It's kind of a work in progress right now. But these cubes can be easily sanitized, which is good because disease spreads very easy with kittens. So that's why we have something like this as opposed to a cat tree.
Wonderful. And you have lots and lots and lots of carriers.
And we need more. So we're going to be going back and forth with the shelter, getting these carriers. Using these carriers to go back and forth with them. Give me a break.
Are you allowed to take any out for a close-up, or do they need to stay in?
They do need to stay in. These guys right here passed their quarantine, so I could take them out. We would always want to use gloves when touching any of these kittens.
And what are they quarantined for?
So they need to be quarantined for at least 14 days because any illness or disease is going to present itself in that 14 days. URI, pan-luke even. So we want to be really careful when handling them so that we don't cross-contaminate and make other cats sick. But so far everybody's been very healthy. These guys are ridiculously cute.
Yes, they are. And this is when you brought them in, right? Their intake day?
Yes. So these just came in on the 29th.
May I touch the cat?
Yes. So this little one has a vaccination and is way past quarantine. This was one of our first polls.
What's his name?
We haven't named him yet. So most of these guys will be up for grabs by other rescues. The goal is to move them out as quickly as possible to other safe places so that they have positive outcomes. The whole point of this nursery is to get these kittens from the shelter where they may more than likely be euthanized there. Give me a break. And then get them ready, possibly past quarantine, start their vetting, so that other rescues would be more likely to take them.
Right, a chorus line.
Yeah. So we have lots of
you
kittens.
do.
We're almost full right now.
Oh, look, a rare Russian blue.
There's 3 of them. They're in here. There's 2 more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops,
Beautiful
that's
cats
right.
that come through the Long Beach shelter.
Yes.
So this kennel right here, this was one of our moms. We pulled from the Long Beach shelter. She had like 2 or 3 day old. These babies were 2 or 3 days old when we first got her.
What's her name?
Her name is Poppy.
Hi, Poppy.
And she was named after a flower, and all of her babies are gonna have flower names.
Right. That
just
one looks like a dandelion because he's
know.
fuzzy.
Look at them, they've grown so much. So it's always better for them to have their moms, but when they don't have their moms and they're orphaned, they have us. So we will do the best we can to give them what they need.
And somebody can take Poppy home when she's fixed.
Absolutely. She's actually going to be getting fixed next week.
Some of the cats are unsocialized, and some of them are not. So you get the ones that are not.
We'll take either. At this age,
really?
it doesn't really matter.
I'm not talking about the kids. I meant the mom cats.
So the mom, yes, we also are going to take several feral moms from the Long Beach shelter. We're trying to work out a relationship and a partnership with Stray Cat Alliance, and so that we can.
Yeah.
So that we can take feral cats,
Yeah.
and then they can end up going back through the program through the shelter. They can raise their babies and then go back to where they came from.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh
this
my
face.
God, a brown tabby. I'm a sucker for them. There he goes.
Oh, he's so cute.
Hi, beautiful. Oh, yeah.
You had breakfast.
Hi.
Oh, his dinner's up there. I know.
Yeah, people are probably getting terminal cuteness right now. So we have an incubator here.
Yes, we have an incubator for when the kittens are under 3 weeks old, they can't control their body heat, and for when they're ill, which can be really helpful. It also has a nebulizer that we can hook up if they have like a URI or something. We can like treat them in house for some of that.
Wonderful. And who's this person?
We have not named this one yet, but this is a little fluff ball who is very, very lovable and vocal.
He's not. Doesn't have much to say right now. I think he's
No,
happy.
He just wants to be held.
Yeah.
So we're not naming most of them because the hope is that they'll go out to other rescues. At least right now we haven't figured out how we're going to name
This is
them.
a beautiful mom. Look at her.
Yes, she's pretty. So she also was rescued from the Long Beach shelter. I was there the day that the gentleman brought her in. She had newborns, maybe 1 or 2 days old, and so we pulled her so that she could come here and raise her babies.
She's friendly.
She's friendly, yes.
And good for the man to bring in mom and babies because they do best with mom.
Yes, yes. If you
Right.
find kittens, make sure that you try to leave them so that mom can come back and get them. Oftentimes, mom is out more often than not. Mom is out looking for food.
And then if they're truly orphaned, of course, don't call Claudia.
No. So this nursery is only for kittens that have come through the Long Beach
Right.
shelter. So I'm not encouraging anybody to take kittens to the Long Beach shelter, but you can't drop them off here.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's a big chance, there's a better chance for survival if they do really.
Yes.
Because they get in touch with you, don't they?
So if we don't, we will take them if we can, but if we don't have space here, then we'll network them to other rescues.
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, tell us about this guy. I mean, you know, God, they have stuffed animals.
So this is a snuggle puppy. This has a heartbeat in it, and this is really useful for kittens that are really small, that don't have their mom. So we would pair this with a heat disc, and then you have the artificial heartbeat and the fluffiness. And the kittens, they really do feel like this is their mom. Oftentimes they will get on top of it and lay like they would on their mom. So yes, we love these.
Wonderful. God, ladies, is there anything else you wanted to show me?
Oh, not that I can think of.
Well, Jessica has just hidden, but I want to thank both of you. I mean, the two of you, you're two of you and Helen Sanders Cat Paws are absolute heroes.
No.
Your heart, this looks adorable, everybody, but the work that goes into this, I couldn't describe it. It's like up at all hours, feeding the kittens, but look at the results.
No, it certainly takes a village. It's definitely not just us. We're just the ones that are here right now. We need people to donate. We need people to come and volunteer. We're actually looking for dedicated people that are able to maybe take shift leads and run the nursery, because we can't be here 24/7 forever. This is going to be a community effort, and we definitely need people to help.
There is in the article a link. Here comes Jessica. A link. Shame on you.
Sorry.
A link. Don't worry about it. There's a link where you can donate to Little Paws, and I hope you do, because they live on donations.
Yes.
And there's also a link to apply for to be a volunteer or a foster.
There is.
Okay.
We need all the help we can get.
Yes. Well, I imagine it's feeding time, so I want to thank. Now, where did Jessica think? I want to thank both of you for not just showing me around, but for doing what you do constantly. Thank you.
Thank you.